Round 68. Okay, we are going to join with a standing double crochet in the last stitch of any side. Okay, so that's the one before our marked stitch, and then we are going to chain one. Okay, so standing double crochet and then chain one. In our corner stitch we are going to make one single crochet, and we're going to mark that stitch. Okay, we're then going to chain one, double crochet in the next stitch, chain one, skip the next stitch and treble in the next stitch. Okay, we are then going to start our repeat. Okay, so working around the corners is slightly different, so make sure that you follow carefully what we're doing here. Okay, so chain one, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next, chain one, skip the next stitch, half double crochet in the next, chain one, skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to do that twice. So skip and single crochet after doing a chain one. Okay, chain one, skip, half double crochet, chain one, skip, double crochet, chain one, skip, treble in the next stitch, and we're going to do that twice. Skip, treble. Okay, that is our repeat, starting from the double crochet. Okay, now what you will probably notice is that your two single crochets will sit above your two trebles. You've got a half double above your double, double above your half double, and then trebles above your singles. Okay, so essentially what we're actually doing in this round is straightening things out again. Okay, you are going to repeat that 10 times. Okay, so let's just go again. Chain one, skip, double, chain one, skip, half double, chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip, single, chain one, skip, half double, chain one, skip, double, chain one, skip, treble, chain one, skip and treble. Okay, so that's 2 repeats I've done there. So if I just pull that up, you can see how that's now straightening things out. So where we've got the dip before, is where we've now leveled things up, and where we come up into the peak we go into the lower stitches. Okay, so it straightens everything out. Okay, so go ahead and do that 10 times, and I will catch up with you again to go around the corner to make sure, because the corner is a little bit different. Okay? Okay, so our 10th repeat is going to bring us to this second treble made above the single crochet here. So then we're going to chain one, skip one, double crochet, chain one, skip one, half double, chain one, skip one and single, and we're going to do that twice. Chain one, skip one, half double crochet, chain one, skip one, double crochet, oops, get some more yarn, okay, that was the double crochet. So then we're going to chain one, skip the next stitch, treble in the next stitch, chain one, skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch, which is the last stitch of the side, and then we chain one. Okay, so then we start again with a single crochet in the marked corner stitch and mark that stitch, chain one, double crochet in the next stitch, chain one, skip the next stitch, treble. Okay, and then we start our repeats again, so it's chain one, skip the next stitch and double crochet. Okay, so just so that you can see what the corner looks like. Okay, so we come through our sort of full repeat, coming over, and then we've got our two singles, half double, double, only one treble, then a double and single into the corner. So when you're finished, your corners will look as if they've been sort of cut off at an angle, which is exactly how they're meant to look. Okay, so although it's a fairly straightforward round, it's particularly make sure that you're right over these corners. So you've only got one treble, then a double in the last stitch, chain one, single, that's your marked corner stitch, chain one, double crochet in the next stitch, so there's nothing skipped here in the corners. Okay, so go ahead and work your way all the way around, and when you get back to the beginning, join to that standing double crochet with a slip stitch, because the next round is in the same colour. Okay, round 69. Okay, to begin with, we've got a hint that tells us that all chain one spaces are skipped. Okay, so first of all we're going to chain 5. Okay, that the first 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 counts as a treble, and then the next one is a chain 1. Okay, let me just zoom out a bit, I feel I'm a bit too close. There we go. Okay. Oops. In our corner single crochet, we are going to make a treble, oops, let's start that again. Okay, treble, and then we're going to chain one, treble twice. Okay, so chain one and treble, chain one and treble. So you've got a total of 3 trebles and 2 chain one spaces in there, and you're going to mark the second treble. Okay, so each of your corners treble and then chain one treble twice and mark the second treble. Okay, chain one, treble in the next double crochet, chain one, double crochet in the next treble. Okay, so again our sort of corners are slightly different to the rest of our repeats as we work across. Okay, so chain one, double crochet in the double crochet, chain one, half double in the half double, chain one, single in the single, and you're going to do that twice. Oops, single, chain one, half double in the half double, chain one, double in the double, chain one, treble in the treble, and you're going to do that twice. Okay, so chain one and treble again. So you're going to be matching stitch for stitch. Okay, so in order to sort of keep track of where you're going, what you're doing, after you've made that double in the treble, double in the double, half double in the half double, single in the single twice, half double in the half double, double in the double, treble in the treble twice, with a chain one space in between. Okay, so you're going to do that 10 times, and again I'll come back to you as we get towards the end and coming around the corner area. Okay, I got a bit carried away. Our 10th repeat ends here with our 2 trebles. You're then going to chain one, double crochet in the double crochet, chain one, half double in the half double, chain one, single in the single twice, chain one, half double in the half double, chain one and double in the double, chain one, and like we did at the beginning, you're going to double crochet into the treble, chain one, and then treble into the double crochet, and then chain one. Okay, so then as you go into the corner again, remember it's treble and then chain 1 treble twice, so that you've got the 3 trebles and 2 chain 1 spaces in the corner. Mark your second one, treble in the double, double in the treble, and then everything else matches stitch for stitch. Okay, so it's double in the double, half double in the half double, singles in the singles, etc. It's only those corner stitches that are different, where you're going to double in that treble and treble in that double. Okay, again, use the pattern to help you if you need to remind yourself on the repeat as you go around, but come all the way round to the beginning here and join to that 4th chain of the chain 5, fasten off and secure your ends. Again, I would recommend not trying to sew your ends away until you've done the next 2 rounds, which are going to be similar to our single crochet rounds here. Okay, and it will be easier to sew your ends away under those stitches after you've made them. Okay, round 70. Okay, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in the last chain 1 space of any side. Okay, so that's the space before our marked corner stitch. And then we're going to make 3 single crochet in the corner treble. That's your marked stitch. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. And we're going to mark the second of those. Okay, so the middle one of those 3. And then we've got a very simple repeat, because we're basically repeating these 2 rows here. Okay, so single crochet in the next chain 1 space, single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, in the space, in the stitch, you're going to do that 92 times. And then when you come to the end, you're going to make 1 more single crochet in the last chain 1 space. Okay, work your way all the way around and join to your standing single crochet with a slip stitch. Okay, so 3 in the corner, mark the second one, and then single crochet in the next chain 1 space, single crochet in the next stitch 92 times, and then you'll have 1 chain space left at the end of each side. Make a single crochet in there. Round 71. Okay, we're going to chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch. Okay, and like we did before, if you mark that first stitch, it makes it easier to recognize your slip stitch and chain 1, and that this is the last stitch that you're going to work into. Okay, single crochet in the next stitch. Then in your marked corner stitches, you're going to make 3 single crochet. And mark the second one. And then single crochet in the next 187 stitches. Okay, so very simple. 3 single crochet in your corner stitch and mark the second one, and then single crochet in each stitch across. Okay, which will give you a total 189 stitches per side with one marked corner stitch. Okay, so work your way all the way round, and once you come back to the beginning, join to that first single crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. And I'm just going to do a couple more here so that you can see how this is shaping up. Okay. Okay, so you can see what's going to be happening now is the corner doesn't sit quite as high as these bits do. Don't worry about that. We are going to fix all of that in the next round. Okay, but basically you've now got like these sort of waves coming up and down, and the middle is going from tall to narrow to tall to narrow. Okay, all the way round, join to the first single crochet, fasten off. Round 72. Okay, we are going to join with a standing double crochet in the next to last stitch of any side. Okay, so there's our marked stitch, there's the last one, there's the next to last. Okay, and we've got a standing double crochet in there. I'm going to chain one, and we're going to skip that next stitch. Okay, in the corner single crochet we are going to double crochet, and then we're going to chain one, double crochet twice. Okay, so chain one, double crochet, chain one and double crochet, and then we're going to mark the second double crochet. Okay, so the middle one. So you've got three double crochets and 2 chain one spaces in there. Okay, now this round is a little bit different, and as I said to you, because of the shaping, this is why we're doing this and why it's a little bit different to what we've done before. Okay, so we're going to chain one, skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to do that 6 times. Okay, so skip the next one, into the next one, and we'll do that 6 times. Okay, right, now we are going to start our repeat. I'm going to chain one, skip the next stitch and treble in the next stitch twice. Okay, so chain one, skip the next stitch, treble in the next stitch, we'll do that twice, and there we go. Chain one, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, chain one, skip the next stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, chain one, skip the next stitch, single in the next stitch, and we do that twice. Chain one, skip one, half double crochet, chain one, skip one, double crochet. Okay, that is our repeat that we're going to do 10 times. So you can see that the single crochets sit above the trebles, the half double sits above the double, double sits above the half double and the trebles sit above the singles. Okay, now don't worry if this seems to sort of come up here, it's basically because that's not stretched up, but when you actually pull the whole lot up together it's all straight. Okay, so repeat that 10 times and then I'll come back to you as we sort of come along this last part of the side. Okay, so our 10th repeat finishes here with a double crochet. So then we are going to chain one, skip the next stitch and treble in the next stitch twice. Skip one and treble. Okay, and we're then going to chain one, skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch 6 times. Okay, so your corner is double crochet and then chain one, double crochet twice, so you've got a total of 3 double crochet and 2 chain one spaces in each corner stitch. You've then got this repeat of chain one, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch 6 times either side of your corner, and then you go into the 2 trebles, double, half double, 2 single, half double, double, back to the 2 trebles, all with chain one spaces in between, all with 1 stitch skipped in between. Okay, so it's only the corners that are different. Once you've finished that 10 repeats, you're then going to do the 2 trebles, and it's then double crochet, chain one, skip a stitch into the corner. Okay, so all the way around and join to your standing double crochet, fasten off and secure your ends. Round 73. Okay, this is the last round of part 5. So, nice simple round again. We're going to join with a standing double crochet in the last chain one space of any side. So obviously that's the chain one space before your marked stitch. Then in your corner double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Okay, so that's each of your corners is 2 double crochet, chain 2 and 2 double crochet. Okay, then very simple, double crochet in the next chain one space, double crochet in the next stitch. You're going to do that 96 times. Okay, and then you will have 1 chain one space left at the end, double crochet in that, and you will then have a total of 197 double crochet per side. Okay, so just work all the way round, join to your standing double crochet, fasten off, secure your ends, work away all of your ends. Okay, but don't worry, as I said right at the beginning of the part 5 video, don't worry if your edge looks a little bit wobbly. Once we make part 6, everything will straighten out. Okay, remember there is always a method in my madness. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed part 5 and I will see you next time. Have fun.